guys, let's get it. So, today we're talking about the intent of domination. When you see something that you really want, do you just compete for it because you know other people aren't involved and you don't want to hurt their feelings and you want to be friends along the way? Or do you go out there to be the dominating force, the one with the most attention, the cocky one, the asshole of the group, the one that no one can stand to like in public, but they love you behind closed doors? You want to be the one that dominates, that is the expert, that is the go-to guy, that is the originator of how you performed in a certain way to achieve that winning status in whatever you're doing in life. I don't care if you're in the hobby mode of playing games or out with the boys, shooting ball or whatever, or if you're in the marketplace of business and you're writing copy, you're doing ads, you're putting up a sale, you are placing out new products, doing a world premiere. I don't care what it is. Your intent, your mindset should be beyond just fitting in. That's what competition does. It allows you to fit into a space that already exists for something that you could easily take over because no one has that same intention, that same energy, that same active streak that you have coming into that position of being number one. And that's what we're talking about today, because for me, how this works for me personally is that I always take the mantra, the mindset. It's funny, I learned this while I was in high school. Yes, I'm a self-proclaimed nerd. So I learned this in high school from a teacher, but then amazingly enough, and this what gave me validity that this was the right path to be on, that years later I saw this in a Will Smith movie, The Pursuit of Happiness. And there was a brief conversation, a brief dialogue between Will Smith's character and this Wall Street broker, this Wall Street guy, an extra in a movie, if you will. I think he had only just that part in the movie. And he simply told Will, because Will asked him, how do I pass this test? And the instructor informed him, aim for 100 always. And that's where dominating comes in then. Instead of just trying to pass the grade and barely get by, you want to aim for the highest grade possible each and every time. And this falls into the same paraphrase slogan that we hear in personal development, that if you shoot, they always shoot for the moon, because if you fail and don't get what your desired result, you'll fall within the stars. And that's kind of a play on words, if you will, stating that you'll be amongst others who are also as bright as the moon is, as the result is. So you'll almost be where you want to be at. You just fall a little short, so that gives you the opportunity and a whole new foundation up here to get closer to where you want to get to than where you were at when you first began. That's what domination does for you versus just competing. All right? So let's get started on how to be intentional with everything that you dominate. And one is to never consider competing. Never. It's non-negotiable. It is non-negotiable to stop. It is non-negotiable to not fail and quit. It is non-negotiable to not go after that which you are passionate about, that which you are born for, so that you can achieve the life that which you desire the most, that which desires you, because it was built for you. There's no negotiating that. So why negotiate the path, the journey towards what you're aiming for, which is finding your gift, finding your passion, finding that which you can use to shape the world in your image, to make the world better? Why consider being 80% of that when You can be 100% of it. You can have much more reward between that gap, between that margin, and you can just enjoy life better knowing that you put all of you into it and you got the desired result that was expected. It may not be exactly the way you imagined it because it always turns out better because it's reality. And that's what happens when you go after something, is that we can dream to a certain extent of uncertainty, but when we get there, it is absolutely ludicrous. 100 times better, 1,000 times better than what we imagined it as. So take that mindset in everything that you do every day, because no matter how good you dream it up to be, you're always going to have it much better in reality and in person. And that's what you want to aim for. That's what you want to really put yourself at, so that you can dominate and not compete. Competing is mediocre, it is stagnant, it is fluctuating, it is procrastinating. It's just too much on the line to compete when it's like being on a burning bridge that's just starting to burn. It may be slow burning, so you're thinking to yourself, oh, I got time to walk on a bridge, not knowing that it can just blow up at any given moment. So you want to be across that bridge while it's burned, not look back, conquer your goals, conquer your dreams, and move on to the next phase of your life. Because that's what it's all about. It can't move forward until you get there and until you demand it to be moved forward to the position that you want it to be at. But it all comes from the mindset and the intention of dominating versus competing. And the next step from that, to really maintain that domination mindset, is to learn from everyone. Success is never created by itself. You always have help along the way, whether you want it or not, whether you feel like you're less of a person, if you get it or not. Everyone has to learn from someone else that's already been there before, that's already learned at least the basics to get to where they are at, if they are in a higher position in life than where you are. It makes sense to learn from the successful individuals, then take your spin on it and take your swag and put into it and make it better, make it your version, make it your image, so that your customers, your followers, your students, your audience, your crowd, your world can then follow you into the direction that you want them to follow you at. But it all comes first from learning from someone else that has already done it. And there's nothing wrong with learning from those who have already succeeded. It isn't. This is an opportunity for you to be that kid that copies the answers on the test from the smart kid in class that already did the practice test 1,000 times. They prepared for you to get the answers. That's what it's all about. That's what makes life so easy, and that's what simplifies life for the wealthy, and it makes it difficult for the ones who aren't wealthy, because you try to do everything by yourself. I have to put my hands on everything. I got to know everything that's going on, and I got to be the one that gets everything started. No, you don't. Be the one to learn what needs to be learned now, so you can move forward to the point where now I conquered that first problem. Now I have a new problem where it requires me to hire employees, start a new department in my company, move to a different location, invest in this, invest in that. Now we have new problems that now can have new solutions with a new mindset from a new individual that I pulled out of myself to get to where I want to be at. So take your time in the process, but really know what needs to be done now and who you need to learn from now before you go learn something else later from someone else that was successful in that part of your growth for your life, for the life that you truly want. And the last part here of your intention for domination is to grow your industry and your image. That's it. How cool would it be that which you are interested in took so many notes from that which you've done in your life in that particular industry? The things that you have innovated and have brought to light to other visionaries that has come after you, they're now using your skills, your mindsets, your memoirs, your business systems, your savviness. They're looking at your interviews. They're following you like a cult. How cool would it be that these individuals now follow you because they feel like you're the master of this particular domain? And the only way to get there is not to compete, not to just be one of the boys that you can get into that secret club for. No, you want to be the one that makes up a whole new club that swallows that club and has the members from that club coming to meet you. To where they're saying, hey, how do I join you? What is the cost to be with you and to be around you? That's where you want to get to. That's what domination does versus just competing. And it feels so much sweeter to be chased after than to be chasing for something. Because then you now have the guidance, you now have the free vision to see what to be done next, to see which direction I can go in now. And when you get that type of vision from dominating in your industry, then transcendence can occur in your life. Then you can now realize, this is what I'm meant to do, this is who I'm meant to be, this is where I'm meant to go, and these are the people that I'm meant to lead into the promised land. That's why, and it all comes from domination, not competing. Okay? This is Nick Billions bringing you another great, awesome, tastic, but short video from Neil's Life and Business Consulting. And as always, I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed making it. And always, I want you to do a few things. Take a few moments if you got into this point of the video. Hit the subscribe button. Our community is growing because of you guys. Thank you so much for the love that you're showing us, letting us know that we are relevant, letting us know that we're not wasting our time, being up here giving you messages of hope, of inspiration, of motivation, and of taking massive action to find your true self so that you can live your true life. And also, I want you to hit that notification button so you'll always know when we upload new videos. We do them every day, Monday through Saturday, sometimes Sundays. You gotta take a break somewhere in between. And also leave a comment, leave a like button, just converse with us. Let us know what you thought about the video, what you liked, what you didn't like. Did you like the shirt? Did you like my hair? Did you like me not being so groomed today? Did you like my tone? What did you like? What didn't you like? Let's have a conversation. Let's really create a dialogue so that maybe you even may have a subject matter that you may want me to talk more about that I may actually have some insight to. And I can talk about that on the next video and then give you a shout out as well for bringing that idea to as well. And you can be immortalized on YouTube just like we are. And as always, till the next time, remember, find your gift and your true life will find you. This is Nick Billions signing off. Talk to you soon.